Welcome back. Let's now take a look at the again button and high scores. And before going to implement the button, we first need to fix something here. Back to VS Code. Here actually we are hiding the secret number, but here it is visible. Reload again. So this is visible here. Actually here in this game, the secret number will be visible when the user wins the game. Now let's take this statement here, cut, copy, and then paste this in here. Here the guess is correct. Place here. Now reload. See, it changed to question mark. Let's check once. I'm giving here 10. Check. It is too high. And then I'm giving 5. It is also too high. And then give 3. This is the correct number. When the user guesses the correct number, it is displaying. Now it's time to implement the functionality of this again button, which is basically reset here this entire interface. Now let's start right here. Document dot query selector, and then here we need to specify the selector, that is here in index. Again here this is again dot again, then right event listener. Here I am passing the argument first one click. Remember the name of the event is a click. And then we need to specify a function. So this is our handler function. Right function. We also say that this is an anonymous function. And at the beginning of the game, we are having the score value should be 20. And now here we don't want to reassign the value to this secret number. So doing the same calculation here again. If we want to reassign a value to this number, value to this variable, so here it should not be a const. Change it to let. Let's copy this without let and then paste here. Here I am reassigning this value to this secret number. Now I want to restore the initial conditions of message, number, score, and to guess input field. So let's copy this and paste here. Now here I am changing this text to start guessing. And then I want to change the score. Let's copy this and then paste here. And here the value I am giving is 20. The value 20 is assigned to this variable score. So simply we can write here score. And then I need to change the number. Here we need to place that question mark. Because we always want to change the value here. Now it's time to copy the guessing. So that is the user guess. Let's place this, copy, and then place here. So this is the guessing of the user, and here simply leave it without any writing any value. That is the empty value that we need to place in string. So the empty string is basically the absence of any value here. At last, we all need to do is to restore the background and the width of the number. Now let's copy this one, copy and then paste here, and then I'm changing here the text color, background color, that is 222, that is the gray color, and also I'm giving here the width is 15 RAM. Here the function. Let's check. Now here I am giving the number 15. Check. It's too high. And then I am giving here 10. It is too low. So between 10 to 15, giving 13. That is too high. So the number is 12. This is also too high. So the number is 11. Check. We got the correct number, displayed correct number, and also the score is 16. And here I'm clicking this again. Everything should be restored. Here we see that everything is back to the same. And then now let's do it again. Giving 14. It's too low. So now I'm giving 17. This is too high. Giving 15. Too low. Giving 16. So this is the correct number and the score is 17. And I'm giving here again. So it is restored back to the same position. And so this is how the again button works. It is working perfectly. And then let's move on to the high scores. Now let's take a look at how this high score is working. Here I am giving the first value 15. This is too low. And then I am giving here 16. This is also low. 18. And then this is the correct number and my score is 18 and the high score is also 18. So because of this is my first game, so this is the my high score. And then now I'm playing again. Here it's set to 20 and then the high score is 18. And now I'm giving here 15. Too high. Giving 12. This is also too high. 10. This is also too high. 5. Too low. 8. This is the correct number. But here the score is 16. But the high score is 18. So this is the working of high score. But here in the next game my score is 20 or 19. It will display that a high score as 19 or 20. Because if the score is 16 means the high score is in the previous game my score is 18. So it shouldn't display like that. High score means in the entire levels what will be yours high score that will be displayed in high score. Now let's implement that one. So first we need a variable for the high score. Now let's start here. Write let high score equal. Initially I am giving here 0 because the high score is always going to be greater than 0 only. Now here where do we think we should check that if the current score is greater than the high score. Remember that high score is displayed as soon as the player won the game only. So let's write here in the correct guess is correct. Right here, if the current score is greater than high score, if the statement is true, then display that high score is equal score. And then also write here document dot queries selector. Now here we need to select the Highscore class name. So check here Highscore class name, that is Highscore. In span, write here dot Highscore. This is the class name. And then dot text content. Text content equal this Highscore value. Score. Let's check here giving 15. It is too high. And then giving 10. This is also too high. 5. High. 3. Too low. This means 4 is the correct number. So 4 is the correct number. And then my score is 15. And then my high score is also 15. Now let's check again. 15. It is too high. 10. This is also too high. 7. Too high. 5. Too high. 3. Too low. 4. 4 is the correct number and my score is 15. Same 15 high score. And then now play again. Giving 16. Too high. Giving 10. Too low. So between 10 to 16. 14. Too high. 12. This is the correct number. And now previous game my score is 15 and now the score is 17, so it changed the high score to 17. And now the game is working perfectly. And so this is all about the working of this guess the number logic. And in the next lecture we will discuss about the refactoring our code using the drive principle. Thank you.